Everyone, welcome to Woodland Park, and we're here for the U.S. Amateur Match Play Championship local final at Woodland Park in Columbia, Tennessee. Both Michael Barker and Swiss Affolter are here and ready to compete at hole one in just a minute, and we'll take you there live. Let us get everything prepared. The competitors are ready to go. We'll see you there in just a minute after this message from our third place winner, Ben Kelly.
Shirt off or just leave a shirt on? Okay. Thanks for tuning into the live broadcast, guys. We'll get back to that right in a minute. Just wanted to take a moment to let my brother Grant present me with my third place disc for the match play. And that's how it's done. Good luck, guys.
All right, everyone, welcome. We're here live at Woodland Park, hole number one, where we have Swiss Affolter and Michael Barker facing off to go to the Tennessee State Bracket. Starting off here at hole one, we have Swiss Affolter on the tee. And that's a great release, and it's hyzering out just to the left side of the fairway. And Michael Barker will take the tee second. Goes with the forehand shot right down the center of the fairway, breaking right, just right of center. And joining me now, we have Darius Turrentine. Darius, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great. Just enjoying this beautiful weather in Columbia, Tennessee.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better day for disc golf. This is probably the best day we've had so far in this competition.
Oh, by far. Not to mention, this is going to be a heated match. Expect to see some good shots today.
Yeah, both of these gentlemen have worked very hard to get to this point. They've had to beat quite a few skilled players.
Yeah, you said it all. They had some stiff competition. I mean, you know, they had the hardest with going through me and you, you know, at the beginning, but you know, luckily they got past us. So
yeah, I don't remember a match against either of them, but sure. Whatever you say, Darius.
Yeah, I pushed Swiss to the limit, but he ended up stiffing it out.
Yeah, well, we saw two strong opening drives there by both Barker and Affolter.
Yeah.
I think they're going to like where they are.
I believe you're right. I think both of them will have a good chance to get down for a 3 and push the hole. Both of them seem to be in pretty good places. The main thing here in hole 1, is just getting to the bottom of this hill, which both of them did that pretty easily.
Hey, great tee shot, by the way, guys.
Yeah, it's the grass is a little bit longer today, as would be expected this time of year, where it's going at a very fast rate. So rollers are going to be a little tough. I haven't seen either of these guys use a lot of rollers in the competition.
No, I think you're right. I've seen Barker here. He's thrown quite a bit of forehands, touch forehands, and then Swiss. He just has distance. He was actually telling me before the match today he hit his record distance over this past weekend at the Glass Pond Open of 680 feet.
Wow, that's impressive, Darius.
One day, John, one day.
Well, Barker and his caddy are looking at this approach. It looks like it's at least 150 feet around some trees.
Yeah, I'd say probably, yeah, about 150, 200 feet. And he should have a straight look at it. I'm not too familiar with his play, but should have a backhand approach. Let's see what he does here.
All right, clean release there, Darius.
All right, looks like it hung a little left or right, but he should have about a 20-foot putt at it. I expect to see him drain that one.
Yeah, he's.
Let's see where he actually ended up. He hazard left. He looks like he had some great distance. He's probably only going to be about 120 feet out. And as you know, John, on this hole, that is a very good shot.
Oh, that's an excellent shot right there, especially from the long tees.
I really makes me wonder. You think he's thinking 2 here?
With the way he's been aggressive in this competition, I would say yes. I would not be surprised if he went for it. Let's see what he does. Swiss Affolter with his second shot, hole 1. And he got pretty close. Looked like he was maybe running it there, Darius.
Yeah, just a little left. Had the right amount of power on it though, and like I said, that should be a tap-in putt for him.
Yeah, that'll be an easy tap-in. Both these gentlemen, I would expect a birdie.
Yeah, absolutely. Barker has a little bit more work left on it, but like I said, seeing him putt variously throughout the event, and I expect to see him drain this one with little effort.
Yeah. Okay, so Barker is out. Looks like we'll see him try his birdie putt 3 first. Here's Michael Barker. Sinks it. Has a great putt there, Darius.
Absolutely. Very routine for players like him, though.
Okay, and Affolter walking up. Looks like about a 5-footer. Puts it easily in the chains, and both these gentlemen have a birdie 3, and it's a push. Hole 1. We'll see everyone at hole 2 in just a minute. We're back, hole 2. Swiss Affolter still has the tees. Is 275 feet uphill, out of bounds road to the right. And here's Swiss Affolter. Great shot there, Darius. kicked a little right off the tree.
I couldn't see the exact kick, but he had a really good line on that. Barker here with his forehand here.
Forehand gets snap off the wrist, but
Okay.
hit the
Oh,
tree,
good
rolls
tree.
back,
That was
left.
probably a real good tree. I think that
Same
was.
tree,
He,
different result. Same tree,
he
different
was having. It was moving pretty quickly there. And there's OB right there behind the basket, so that's probably a good tree.
And you heard the gallery there. Same tree, different result. So Swiss's bounced right. We'll see if it stayed in bounds. Hopefully it did. It looked like a great shot off the tee.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see the kick, but hopefully he didn't get that bad of a break because he really put a good move on that disc there.
Yeah, and like we've said in previous broadcasts, this is statistically the most difficult hole on the course scoring-wise. And what we just saw there kind of helps demonstrate that fact.
Absolutely, and this whole tree line here on the left side of the fairway, you know, that'll really get in your head because you have low hanging branches here, and then if you get on the left side of those trees, you know, you have a really low shot to the basket.
Not to mention the out of bounds to the right.
Exactly, and if
Which,
you hang it right, you know, you're flirting with OB.
let's see. Oh, Swiss did stay in bounds. That's good. He's about 30 feet out.
He seems like he's a little further out here than Barker, so.
Yeah, so we'll see what Swiss does here. He's removing some dead limbs away from where his lie is. Quite a few large dead limbs.
Let's hope he doesn't use too much energy here with moving his limbs.
Okay. Well, he's not done yet. He's throwing more limbs than discs.
I wonder how much the Parks are paying him today.
Okay, here's Swiss Affolter with his birdie attempt. Kisses the chains on the left side.
Tough
Goes
spot
about
here.
5 feet past.
There's a good chance for Barker here to take a stroke early. You know, he still has some work to do. He's probably 35, but see if he can put the pressure on Swift.
Ooh, just off.
the cage.
Yeah.
A little low. Expect to see both these guys tap in for a 3, and we should be seeing a push to the next hole. You know, I don't expect anything less here.
Yeah, the other thing with the weather today, the wind is extremely light, almost a non-factor, so that shouldn't affect these putts either. Here's the Affolter for par. And it's in.
Boom. Playing with the tap in. Boom.
And another push. We'll see everyone at hole 3. We're all square through 2. Alright, we're back, hole 3, Woodland Park, 560 feet par 4, uphill, all the way up there to the basket, to the tree line at the top of the hill. And Swiss Affolter still has the tee, and we're all square.
This is going to be our first chance to really see these guys open it up, and it's wide open, so.
He ripped that right side of the fairway, and wow, it's well over half of the fairway uphill.
Great job.
Here's Barker. Goes with the forehand shot a little low, but
He had the great line on it, like you said, just a little low, and with this uphill, you know, that's the one thing. But you know, if he was just been a foot and a half higher, he could have got it easily an extra 120 feet on that shot.
it's looking like he's up pretty close to being parallel with the short tee pad.
Absolutely.
Not a bad position.
No, not at all. I mean, again, the good thing about this hole is distance is your only competition here. You know, you're wide open uphill, so I expect to see him throw a great shot here to recover from that.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun day because the weather's not a factor. We're going to get to see these guys. It's going to be a test of their clean skills.
Absolutely, John. And they demonstrated on hole 1, you know, both of them have exceptional power as far as their drives. Honestly, I feel like this is going to come to a matter of short game and putting today.
All right, so Michael Barker has around 340 feet left. He has to get through a couple lines of tree guards there.
Absolutely. This first tree line, I'd say, John, it's somewhere around 200 feet. And right when you get there, you have a little bit of a low overhang, so it's a tough shot for sure.
All right, here's Barker, the second shot. Great forehand snap there. Hits a branch though, and
that's low overhang I was telling you about. But again, I mean, he's in good position still to save his par. But
yeah, that branch that his disc hit is actually really difficult to see from this vantage point because of it being camouflaged with the trees behind. Sunlight's playing tricks on everyone's eyes out here. And that's a place where someone like Swiss Affolter, who has a lot of familiarity with the course, might have a slight advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and there's nothing worse than disc golf than hitting a phantom limb. You know, you don't see it, the shot looks great, and then boom, there's a limb out of nowhere. So Swiss here, I'd say he has about 200 to the pin, uphill the whole way.
He goes with the backhand Anheuser,
Oh,
sneaks through the
wow.
trees.
What a smallest gap up there. Of course he hits it. That's a P2 he was actually throwing there, and getting really beat in. But as you can see, he just really put himself in a good position to try to gain that early stroke.
Yeah, that was an amazing approach.
Absolutely. And Barker here, he probably has about another 110 feet or so to go. So we'll see if he can. At this point, John, I'd say he's probably thinking about throwing this one in here. You know, Swiss is up there, probably within 15 feet of the pin.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to just go for it. That's part of match play. Here's Barker with his third shot. Hits another limb.
Just a little high.
So he'll have a long putt left for par if it comes to that.
Yeah, he'll be about 20, 25 feet. He will be out, so he should be putting here before Swift. And then really that's just going to put the pressure on Swift there. You're going to make it and gain a stroke or miss it, and this might be another push. So let's see here. Barker for 4. Oh no, and he misses it. But, so Swift should have a stroke here. Honestly, he could lay up, but
Yeah, Swiss wins the hole with a birdie 3.
absolutely.
And he is now 1 up. We'll see everyone at hole 4 in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Hole 4, 411 feet. It's a dogleg right up through the trees and to the right. Swiss Affolter is 1 up and he has the tee. Alright, he's going with the backhand Anheuser.
Just
and
a
it
little
skips.
inside and skips right up there. He should have a straight approach. Barker with his strong forehand here. I expect to see him in about the same position. He has the distance, and he even look at that.
Wow,
Gets
great
up and
shot
that
by
is a
Barker.
great shot. This is, this hole is very tough. It's a demanding shot. To the right here, as you guys can see, it's really thick. So getting down the middle, I mean, that's just a task in itself. But to land up around the bend where these guys are is just incredible. Good shot, guys.
Yeah, both of them showing why they deserve to be in this championship match here at Woodland Park. So this competition is only going to get more difficult as they advance in this competition. State is going to be no easy feat.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to think there's only, I believe it's 6 guys or gals advancing to the state tournament. So that's, that within itself, that's going to be some good competition when they get there. So.
Okay, so Swiss Affolter is looking at his second shot, approaching the basket. Fairly straight. So about 170 feet. And it was fairly straight. It kept going straight. It was on the line just right of the basket, but it looks like he's within 15 for his putt for 3. So great shot there by Swiss Darius.
Yeah, that's very routine thus far. So we'll see. Barker should have a pretty good run there. He's in a tough position, but with the forehand, I expect to see him have a nice out here.
Yeah, so Michael Barker now with his second shot, hole 4.
I was talking to them about getting some maintenance.
Sliding right up toward the basket. He's also within 15 feet.
Exactly.
Great shot.
Came up a little short, but like you said, within 15 feet for sure. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I think this is really going to come down to the short game and putting. Like I said, both these guys right now giving themselves a chance for a 3, and execution on putts is really, I think, what's going to take the match today.
Yeah, we've seen very few mistakes so far in this match by either of these gentlemen. Okay, here's Swiss Affolter. He is out.
It looks like he ended up about 20 feet out, so
here's Affolter, his third shot, hole 4. And it's in the chains.
It is.
Great birdie.
That's a good 3 for him, and so he put the pressure on Barker. Again, expect us to be a tap in.
Barker with the routine putt, and he's also in for a 3. This hole's a push. We'll move on to hole 4s with Swiss Affolter 1 up. back, hole 5 at Woodland Park, par 3, 240 feet long. It bends just slightly to the right. Swiss Affolter with his first shot.
Looks like he's going with the yellow P2 again here.
Little high. Yeah.
Seems to have fought through though.
We're hitting nothing. That's cool too.
Yeah, it made it, Darius.
Yeah, he's very happy with that shot. Sometimes it's luck over skill, man.
All right, Barker with his forehand drive.
Oh no, it was looking good. Go left. He should still have a pretty good putt there. Looks like he hung it just a little wide and he just wasn't quite stable enough to come back.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a bad kick there. Some of these weeds and shrubs are growing this time of year on the fairway. Some of these weren't even really much of a factor when this competition began a month ago.
Oh, absolutely not. And, you know, that's when hole 4 and 5 are really, I'd say, our two most wooded holes.
Definitely.
And I mean, if you just look to the left and right of the fairway, you know, it's just completely filling up. And this time of year is when these holes get pretty tough.
Yeah, but it's also, I would say, one of the more beautiful parts of the course this time of the day. A lot of great beauty out here at Woodland Park. Disc golf is only part of the fun when you're out here. You also have a camaraderie and beautiful scenery. Here's Barker with his second shot. And it's a little to the left. Great distance.
Have to drop in there. So let's see where Swiss actually ended up. Didn't hear him hit anything. So.
Let's see. Oh, he's probably 25 out. It's going to be an uphill putt for him.
He definitely got lucky there.
Okay, here's Affolter with his second shot for birdie, hole 5. Ooh, bounces off the basket. That should be routine tap-ins for both of them. Clean up with a par here, Darius.
See another push, yeah, I think you're right. You know, Swiss has definitely had some trouble putting on this hole before. I believe it was 2 weeks ago he took a 5 with a 3-putt.
Yeah,
so this hole does not seem to be his friend. But like he said, I'm sure he's happy with taking a 3.
oh, definitely.
And not losing a stroke at least.
So both gentlemen get pars. We push the hole. We'll move on to 6. Swiss Affolter is 1 up. We'll see you there in just a minute. Back, yes, hole 6, 355 feet, par 3, downhill, road on the right is out of bounds. Swiss Affolter has the tee. And he's going with that backhand, trying to get it to hyzer. It looks like it hit a little wind out there.
Oh no.
Skips off the road. I don't know if it came back in, Darius.
I don't think so.
All right,
The
here's
thing about this hole, when you get out there, there's definitely some wind that you can't feel up here.
so here's a window of opportunity for Michael Barker. His tee shot on 6. He has the forehand, keeping it low.
All grass ain't gonna give you a skip.
But like we said, the grass is high. He didn't get the skip today, Darius.
I'm thinking 80 foot. Maybe longer foot.
That's something that probably would have gotten him within about 20 feet right after the grass has been mowed.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and that's like Swiss said immediately. You know, that grass isn't going to be any giving. It's not going to give you a skip. This hole, you know, it's challenging for a forehand player because it's rough to the left. You know, it's rough. When you get in there, you know, you're basically just pitching out. You know.
Yeah, it is not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, this should be a really good opportunity for Barker, especially if Swiss is indeed out of bounds. We'll have to see exactly where his disc ended up.
And this does begin the stretch of the course known as Birdie Row. And it's also a very scenic part of the course this time of the day with the sun setting into the west. But we have found that 6 is not the easiest hole to birdie for most players. So Birdie Row might be a little bit misleading. We'll see if either of these gentlemen can get a birdie here on hole 6. Here's Barker and Swiss are trying to see who's out.
Swiss actually is out of bounds, so
Okay, he is out. That's a
Yeah,
penalty
so-
stroke. So he's shooting 3.
yes.
All right, here's Affolter with his 3rd shot after the penalty. He has to run it, and
Oh,
wow,
off the cage. So
just low.
absolutely, this is going to be Barker's chance.
All right, Barker with his 2nd shot, he gets it close to the basket, within 10 feet.
Absolutely, I expect to see him tap this in, take his 3, and get that stroke back. He's down on Swiss. So.
Yeah, this is his opportunity to get this match all square again.
Absolutely, you know, and that's the joy of match play. You know, all it takes is one hole, one shot, and you're right back.
All right, so we'll move, get a good view.
A little bit of work left here, maybe 10 feet, 12 feet top. So.
All right, Barker drives it at the basket, and he wins with a 3 on hole 6. We're all square, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you at hole 7 in just. We're back live. Hole 7, Barker is up 180 feet downhill. Forehand shot off the tee, Darius. Looks like it kicks a tree, and he's in great shape.
Absolutely, he's within 5 feet. Great shot.
All right, here's Swiss Affolter with his tee shot, hole 7. He's also taking a forehand.
Looking for that straight. Oh wow, look at there. 2 really good shots, and I expect to see 2 twos in this hole out. These guys are definitely keeping it tight here.
Yeah, that should be a routine cleanup.
Absolutely, you know, both these guys made it look really easy. This is a very demanding shot here on hole 7. You know, you have a very tight gap off the tee. When you have a second gap that's pretty tight, you know, immediately after the first gap, it seems like.
Yeah.
You know, so those are two really good shots, and way to make it look easy.
Yeah, it's usually fairly rare to see in this competition to have seen two people both line it up for birdie there, but that's great.
Absolutely. You know, it's a very good feat whenever you're out and you're 10 feet out.
Here's Affolter for birdie. Holds up. Routine and in. Barker from probably only maybe 3 or 4 feet out. Here he is. As expected, it's in the basket. 2 birdies. It's a push. We're all square. We'll see you at hole 8 in just a minute. We're back live. Hole 8's 240 feet, par 3, road to the right's out of bounds. Michael Barker has the tee. He's going with the backhand hyzer here, Darius.
Absolutely. He had the great move on it, and that's a very good shot there.
Once again within 10 to 15 feet.
Absolutely.
All right, here's Swiss Affolter. Tee shot, hole 8. Also going with the backhand route.
It looks like he's a little long, one in there. So.
He's a floater.
Yeah, he's in the weeds. Remains to be seen how deep in the weeds he is, Darius.
Yeah, again, this time of year it's getting pretty thick, so maybe he didn't get in there too deep, you know.
But people do make putts from inside there fairly regularly. There are usually a few windows.
Enough people land in there. There's actually a gap, and usually a pretty good gap to putt out of there, so we'll see.
The only thing that's changed within the last week or two since I've seen someone try that is the plants have grown quite a bit with the spring weather.
Exactly.
So we'll see if it's still there for Swiss.
That disc was moving. It may have went in there pretty good.
Yeah. There's no tone. So he's going to be looking back. He went a little long, quite a bit left. We'll see what Swiss has to work with here on hole 8. He's just now entering the weeds. And the search has begun.
Okay, it looks like he's in there about 6 feet. Looks like he's lining up his putt now. Oh, he just went to a knee.
So we'll wait and see. Swiss Affolter with his second shot, hole 8. Wow, that was literally half an inch from going in, Darius.
Absolutely, he caught some limbs there just before he came out, and looks like it threw him down. So this is going to be Barker's chance to take over the match.
Hole 9, 247 feet, par 3 uphill. Michael Barker has the tee.
So you got two options here. You can go flex forehand, which looks like that's exactly what he's doing, or you got to go.
right, he's doing the flex forehand just like you were talking about, Darius.
Put a good move on it and spike down right by those trees. That's not a bad place at all. Probably 35 out. And
Through the gap, the 2 trees in front of the tee, but it's a little low.
very tough putt there. And Barker's about 35 out. So, again, big putt here.
And it's right, and it's past about 10 to 15 feet. He's going to have a downhill putt for par.
This is Barker's chance to go 2 up here. 2 strokes and 2 holes. So we'll see if he can't sink this putt.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be putting between 2 trees. Should be plenty of room for him. Here's Barker with his second shot for a birdie and the hole at 9. We're back, hole 10, par 4, 502 feet. Michael Barker has the tee. He's through the gap. It's going to the right side of the fairway, but still very usable shot there, Darius.
Absolutely. He's down there in the open, so this is a very demanding tee shot as well. Low tunnel shot, so very good if you can just get down there.
All right, here's Swiss Affolter. And his tee shot on 10 is a little left of the gap, so it hits a tree.
And that's the problem with this hole here. You know, it's a very demanding tee shot, and as you can see, just didn't hit the gap and kicked him right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he can't make it through that gap. It might not be the end of the world for Swiss because there are quite a few gaps depending on where he landed up here.
Yeah, it's all just going to depend on how far right did he get.
And it looks like he does have a good lane here. Might be a little bit of an Anheuser route. We'll see what Swiss Affolter does with his second shot, hole 10. And it didn't flex quite enough for him there, so hits a tree middle of the fairway, kicks left. It's going to be a little tricky from over there, Darius.
Yeah, that's just the problem with this hole. If you can get down in the open, you're pretty good, but until you get there, there's several trees, several gaps you got to hit. Swiss was just he had a tough lie from where he just kicked the first time, and then as you can see, he found another tree.
Okay, Michael Barker's over here on the right side of the fairway looking for his shot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He might be out. Be my guess that he's out. He's still searching.
Yeah.
If you clear the gap, you should never be over there because there's no physical possible way the disc can fade that quick.
So they're discussing the location of the disc. They think it's out here in this wide open area, which
I believe Swiss is going to be out here.
so looks like Swiss is going to look for his disc up here on the left side. So both these gentlemen are on opposite sides of the fairway, completely different looks. Okay, Swiss Affolter has found his disc. But he's wanting Barker to check to see where his disc is, to see if they're out. Okay, looks like Swiss Affolter is out. It's been confirmed. So here's Affolter with his third shot, hole 10. and he's having to use a forehand to cover over 200 feet around trees that dives into the tall grassed areas. And he's looking at a 40-footer at least to come back.
You know, and that's very tough, and especially when Barker's here only going his second shot. So, you know, Swiss is leaving the door wide open here on this hole as well. Let's just see if Barker can capitalize. You know, execution is the key here.
So Michael Barker has found a shot. It's an excellent drive. Here he is with his second shot, hole 10. Another opportunity to put himself in position to take the hole.
Yeah, it looks like he has a forehand gap here to the left. It's going to be very tight, but looks like that's what he's going to go for.
And
it looks like he came up a little short.
yeah, it looks like it hit the base of a tree up there before it entered the green area, Darius.
I believe so, yeah. I believe he should be good. Nice putt there for food.
So this is going to be a big tester for Swiss, trying to salvage a par with this tough putt back to the basket. He's setting up now. It looks like it's about a 40-footer. Here's Affolter for 4. Ooh, great spin on that putt, just a little low.
Just a little low, and that seems to be his miss here today, is he's been missing them a little low. Again, here's Barker's chance to get a 3 up here.
Okay, Michael Barker with his third shot, hole 10. It's right center chains. Beautiful birdie there, Darius.
Absolutely, and that will do it for this hole. Michael Barker, 3 up after 10.
We'll see you at hole 11 in just a minute. We're back. Hole 11 at Woodland Park, 275 feet long. It's a par 3 uphill, slightly to the right. Michael Barker has the tee. He is 3 up. He goes with the forehand shot there, Darius. Wow. That's a solid shot there off the tee.
Absolutely, man. That's exactly what you want. I mean, just keep the pressure on.
Okay, here's a Swiss Affolter, his tee shot, hole 11. And he's trying to get an Anheuser shot out of that P2. It looks like he'll be within 20 feet.
Yeah, it looks like he got a little bit of a cut roll there to the left, so again, should be about a 20-foot out.
Not a bad shot though from that tee position.
Not at all. We'll just see if Liz can just make this putt and put the pressure back on Barker.
Yeah, so we've seen Barker go on a little bit of a roll here these last few holes. As one of our members likes to say, he's been taking over the match. But Swiss in the past has been able to really start to turn the tables on these next few holes. We'll see if he can begin that push right here at 11.
Absolutely. You know, John, with us only having a handful of holes left, you know, it's now or never for Swiss. And, you know, it's time to get the putter rolling, you know, and getting this putt would probably be a good momentum booster for him here.
Okay, so here's Swiss Affolter. He has a
About
fairly,
15 now.
yeah, 15 feet. Great opportunity here. Here's this birdie chance on 11. Right in the middle of the chains.
Absolutely.
Beautiful putt.
And Barker is touching the ball. So
You can ask for a better tee shot. Only thing better is an ace.
exactly. That's the only thing that could get better.
And Barker literally drops his putter into the basket. 2 birdie twos, and this hole's a push. Barker is still 3 up. See you at hole 12 in a minute. We're back, hole 12. It's 270 feet, par 3, corridor to the right and left. Barker has the tee. And he throws a forehand shot there, Darius.
So he's going to end up to the right. He should have a straight line with the basket on front there. Not a bad shot at all.
All right, so here's Swiss Affolter with his tee shot, hole 12. Ooh, takes a kick off the tree. It almost made it right through there.
Absolutely, he's going to be pretty short again. You have 3 options here. Looks like he probably kind of go for the middle gap. At least just a little early and kick to the right.
Yeah, so he's right there in the middle of the fairway. Should have a pretty decent opportunity and approach.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, this is one of those locations where you can actually get sneaky and get a route to the basket, you know, so anything can still happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if he decides whether or not he wants to try to go for this or if he just wants to lay it up and ensure a par. So
at this point, I feel like he pretty much has to give us a pretty good bid.
Because there's Affolter with his birdie approach. And he's running it. I was listening, it was right off the basket there. A lot of metal on that shot.
Straight up shot.
You know, you can't ask for too much better than that. You know what I mean? He did everything he needed to do. Came up just a little low there.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. Great shot there by Swiss Affolter.
Absolutely. You know, Barker should have a lot here. Let's see if he can't push this to 4 up.
And it looks like it's a little right and past the basket about 5-10 feet.
Yeah.
So we should see him clean up for 2 threes here. But exciting hole there. We saw our first glimpses of some aggression to try to salvage a match by Swiss. And Michael Barker also showing some aggression to try to put that nail in the coffin.
We have these tap-in putts here.
It's in. Routine. 2 threes, a push, and we'll see everyone at hole 13 with Barker 3 up. All right, we're back. Hole 13. It's 265-foot par 3. The basket is up and to the right. Here's Michael Barker with his tee shot. All right, another forehand off the tee, and he is right there within 10 feet of the basket. Great shot by Michael Barker. Okay, can Swiss Affolter match that great tee shot? Here he is. And he's also taking the forehand route a little higher. Wow.
Right there underneath the basket.
Believe it or not, that was an even better tee shot. So
Absolutely.
they're both in great shape.
Yeah. Someone's gonna have to make a mistake to make some moves here, and both those guys have been throwing great tee shots and making their putts.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult for Swiss Affolter to come back from this deficit.
Yeah,
It can be done though, but he's going to have to run it like we just saw him there. He was going for the ace.
Absolutely. You know, again, this is match play. It takes one hole, one shot. You know, and that deficit we still have 6 holes remaining, so anything can happen.
So Michael Barker's going to be on a fairly steep slope. The good news is we haven't had rain in a few days, so it should not be slippery for him. Should have good footing, but it's still going to be a little bit different for his lie. But he's a skilled enough player that should be very routine. And his second shot is right in the chains. Very solid too. Swiss Affolter also with an easy throw. 2 birdies. Another push, hole 13. We'll see you at hole 14 in just a minute with Michael Barker 3 up. We're back, hole 14, 606 feet, par 4. It's down through this tunnel and then up right side of the hill with a road out of bounds just past. So Michael Barker has the tee. Just waiting on this dirt bike to pass. Missing a muffler. All right, here's Michael Barker with his tee shot, hole 14. Another forehand shot off the tee. It hits some branches that are hanging low and takes an early dive on the right side of the fairway. So tough break there for Barker. Here's Beers.
Absolutely. Doors wide open if Swiss can capitalize here.
Affolter, very strong backhand shot, flexing out a little bit. And he is, wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's down
2/3 of the way down the fairway.
Absolutely, he did exactly what he needed to do. He saw his opening and he went right for it.
This is all about, for most amateurs, this is all about setting up that approach shot.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, it would be hard for me to believe that there's a way to reach the basket, you know, from a tee shot here. So, again, it's just a position play, and I mean, as you can see, Swiss lays it right down the middle. And set himself up for a great shot to approach the basket. Barker, he should have a straight line. He should have. He's probably gonna have a low line with some brush overhang, but it can be done from where he's at, especially with a nice low flex forehand like he's
Definitely. Yeah, I've only heard of one person parking it from the longs, and that person was a former pro, Nathan. Okay, we're back. Had a little technical difficulty, but you didn't miss a thing. Michael Barker is just now stepping up for his second shot, hole 14. And a great forehand shot there, Darius.
Absolutely. Looked like it got no skip. Looked like it just hit the ground.
Yeah, that was
that was very weird. I expected to see some kind of reaction from the disc, but you know, there is that one huge gopher hole over there. I wonder if the disc happened to land right in it. You know, 'cause it just
That is
disappeared. Like we mentioned earlier, the grass. You know, it's tall here. You know, we're not expecting to see much movement after it hits the ground. But that's still, you know, the way that stuck. That was. But he should have about a 45-foot approach to the basket there.
Yeah, that was a solid shot from that position. Okay, here's Swiss Affolter's window, and his second shot approaching the basket from over 200 out, hole 14. And another forehand shot. Great shot there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a little shorter than what he wanted, but I mean, that's a 15-foot putt. You can't complain about that on this hole, John.
No, not at all. And with the winds being light, they're not going to have to worry about that normal wind effect you get up there with the headwind screaming into the basket.
Absolutely. At this point, it seems to me as if Barker has to kind of be feeling the pushback from Swiss giving him here. You know, it's he has three up lead, but it looks like Swiss may be in position here to take one of those back. So at this point, again, I think this is going to be a point in the match where Barker is going to have to see how he responds to this.
Yeah, and I would expect to see Michael Barker with an aggressive third shot here, trying to get it into the chains to at least push this hole. Here's Barker with his third shot, hole 14. And he ran it. It was funny, we talked about the wind. It actually kicked up right as he threw.
Absolutely. We're on top of this hill, but like you said, it seemed to pick up as soon as he released that.
Yeah, this is one of the two windiest spots on the course, generally speaking.
Yeah, this is hole 3, I would say, definitely. You usually seem to get a weird wind over hole 6. You know, that may have been what happened with Swiss's initial drop there. But
okay, looks like Michael Barker is still out, so he will take his fourth shot here on 14. This is for par. Clean release, a little low though, and so he bounces out, and Swiss Affolter drains it there for a 3. So great birdie by Swiss. He wins the hole, and now we have Michael Barker 2 up through 14. We'll see everyone at hole 15 in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Hole 15, 225-foot par 3. Swiss Affolter has the tee. Backhand approach there. Goes a little right, but not a bad look for him, Darius.
no, like I said, he doesn't seem to be upset with that shot at all.
Okay, here's Michael Barker. Hole 15. And a little low.
Well, we got a good skip up. You know, that was a great skip uphill. So, he's still putting himself in position to make putts. He's probably 45 out uphill the whole way. So.
Yeah, he'll definitely have an opportunity to get a birdie here with an aggressive play.
Let's see if Swiss can't keep the momentum going there after hole 14, getting the stroke back, and see if he can't sink this and, put himself in a position to take it.
Yeah, there's a large mental aspect to match play and momentum swings, mind games, things like that. And this is an opportunity for Swiss to use this momentum to his advantage.
Absolutely, and it's you have to at this point, John. We only have a few holes left, so it's one of those where it's now or never. We'll run out of holes.
Okay, looks like Michael Barker is out, so he's going to get the first shot at a birdie here on 15. This will determine Swiss's strategy more than likely. All right, here's Barker. Second shot. A little low, a little right.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. Again, the window's wide open. Swiss just had a flatter putt. Looks like he's about 17 feet out.
He has to go for this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is one of those do or die moments. I expect him to be feeling the pressure here.
And he aggressively chains it out. Great birdie there by Swiss Affolter. He takes hole 15, and Michael Barker is now one up. We'll see everyone at hole 16 in just a minute. All right, we're back. Hole 16, great match here. It's a 315-foot par 3. So Affolter has the tee. He's going through the center gap, but it hits the cedar, crashes halfway down the fairway on the left side, Darius.
Just a little too high.
Michael Barker taking the same gap, forehand, and it's a little long and down right. So he's going to have a really tough shot to come back up for a birdie.
Absolutely. He put a good move there on that disc. And for a second, it was a beeline right of the basket. Put it a little early left down the hill. So Swiss can't afford to lose a stroke here, so he's going to have to put this shot close. So.
Yeah, it's going to be all about the approach.
Best, absolutely.
Yep. It's going to be all about the approach for Swiss Affolter. And I did not see exactly where it landed. There's quite a bit of shrubbery around in here. Looks like Swiss has found his disc. And he's a good, just under 200 feet from the basket.
Looks like he's forced to throw a forehand here.
And that's a tough approach. But it skipped downhill. The slope did not help him there.
Absolutely not. He's going to have about a 45 to 50 foot uphill putt back to the basket. And, that's just the way it is, John. I mean, these tee shots on these long tees are so demanding, and you get off the fairway, and you're forced to scramble here.
Yeah, and like you said, he is going to have to make this. If he goes down by 2, that forces him to have to win the next 2 holes. You do not want to be in that position as Dormy.
The only thing that would be playing in his favor, if that did happen, Michael Barker is a predominantly forehand player, and the next hole especially favors a backhand player. Again, let's just hope we don't get to that point.
Because there's some Affolter uphill putt. It's at least 25, maybe over 30 feet. This is to salvage a par. In the chains. That was clutch, Darius.
That was a great pressure putt, but Barker still has the ball in his court.
Very
He
true.
can put this, and that putt means nothing.
So Barker's looking at a fairly similar shot here. Here he is for birdie 2 on 16. Little low. Good news is it did not roll back down the hill.
Absolutely
So
not.
this
Looks
should
like
be a
we're gonna have
push.
Another push here. Man, you could tell when Barker's reaction there. He wanted that putt. He knew what that putt meant.
Yeah, great drive there by Michael Barker to the basket. So that's a
Absolutely.
push,
That's
and
gotta
Michael
be a
Barker.
Great sign of relief for Swiss there. As we move to hole 17, Michael Barker 1 up.
See everyone there in a minute. We're back. Hole 17. Michael Barker's 1 up. Swiss Affolter has the tee. This is a par 3, 270 feet uphill and to the left. The road on the right is out of bounds. Here's Swiss. He's going with the backhand. Heiser shot. Wow. That was a great angle.
He's very happy with that shot, as you can see. He's putting himself in a great position here. See if Barker's realigning himself with the basket here. And looks like he's going to go with that big flex forehand like on hole 9.
Okay, Barker, like you said, the flex forehand. He got some power on that one, but it breaks out
he
right.
Had plenty of distance there. It looks like it flexed out a little late to the right. He's probably going to be about a good 50 feet out, but plenty of power here. You know, that seems to be the problem with this hole too, John, is the distance. But he had more than plenty there.
Yeah, and that uphill gradient you have to climb to the basket messes with your angles too, because that allowed that disc to crash out with that high angle of attack he had to put on it.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, it's just the way it is. You know, and the higher you throw it, the more wind you're dealing with up there. You know, I mean, I'm sure you know all about altitudes, John.
Yeah, that was. I mean, both gentlemen, great shots, plenty of power, very good shots for an amateur competition.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see just how close Swiss Affolter landed. Wow.
Yes.
He just marked his disc.
Absolutely.
And
He did exactly what he needed to do to put himself in position here. But let's not forget, we're talking about Michael Barker here. He is
Yes.
a great player. He is in this match for a reason, John.
yeah, Michael Barker is a clutch putter.
Absolutely.
He's been to a few of our events here in Muletown. We love having him down here. We've seen him play. We know he is a great player. So here's Michael Barker with his second shot, hole 17.
Oh,
He ran
just
it.
over the top. Yeah.
Smart play. But just a little over the top, like you said, Darius, a little past the basket.
Absolutely.
Okay, looks like Barker is still out, but Swiss is going to let him go. Or Swiss is going to go. And he taps it in for the 2. He wins hole 17. And this match is all square going into the final hole. Stay tuned. This is a match you do not want to miss. State bracket spot on the line. We'll see you at hole 18 in just a minute.
I was looking down.
All right, we're back. Hole 18. Match is all square. It's sudden death from here on out, ladies and gentlemen. This is a par 4, 672 feet. Swiss Affolter has the tee. And he's through the trees, but he lost some distance there. Disc rose up, hit a branch, Darius.
Left it a little high, caught some branches, but you know, anything on that side of the tree line's not bad.
Michael Barker, great shot off the tee. He got over the ridge line, and he's looking at a great position for his second shot.
Absolutely, that was a crush there. He's down there by the pear tree, John.
Yeah, that was one of the best shots I've seen from this tee in this competition.
Again, going back to our comments on hole 14, Nathan Long, when he played, that's about where he was down there by that pear tree, went over the top though, and that was the best shot I've seen. But again, like you said, Barker has to be. He has it. He crushed that thing.
Yeah,
you know?
It was a great shot by Michael Barker. Swiss
Pressure
Affolter.
seems to be putting Barker seems to be putting the pressure right back on Swiss here. Let's see what he can do here in his second shot.
And he throws a disc, and he gets a good flex on it. He's going to be within 100 feet of the basket, I'd say.
Well, I didn't see him say "oh crap" when he threw it, so he must be happy with it there. You know, he had plenty of distance. Distance wasn't the issue there, so
Yeah.
we'll see where he actually ended up, and see if he put himself in a good position there. As we approach the top of the hill here, we're trying to figure out exactly where his disc came to rest. You know, John, this is, I think we can all vouch for this. This hole is a crush.
Yeah, that was an amazing drive by Barker. Okay, here's Barker with his second shot. Hole 18. Good forehand snap,
Get out of that tree.
but it's actually not. That's not a bad spot to approach from.
No, he had the distance there. The issue I believe he's going to run into is he's going to be pinched right behind that tree. So his shot to the basket might be trouble.
Yeah, it's a nice position to be in if you like backhand hyzer approach shots.
Yeah, man. I was actually talking to one of the Kelly brothers, and they were actually telling me that's where they like to be. So
Right.
maybe that was his strategy, John. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would say that both of these gentlemen are in similar positions to escape with a par. So, the wind has died off completely now. I know every time I mention the wind, we have a little gust kick up,
Yeah, you might want to quit saying that, John.
but it is completely still right now.
Absolutely. I mean, you're not wrong.
I barely see the flag moving over by the Fallen Heroes Pavilion. We appreciate the sacrifices all our emergency personnel give in our community. That's what that shelter stands for. Here is Michael Barker with his third shot, hole 18.
Looks like he sawed this one off just a little bit.
Yeah,
You know, John, I believe he just opened the door up for Swiss. Let's see exactly where Swiss is, but that is going to be his putt for a 4.
yeah, that was a little low, and it's going to be a tester back uphill. He can make that, but he's looking at 30 feet uphill. Here's Swiss with his third shot, hole 18. Forehand approach.
Looks like he put a good move on it. Came up a bit short and a bit right. Both these, again, like I said, I think at the beginning of the match, it's going to come down to the putts.
Yep.
Neither one of them have a tap in by any means, you know. So this is going to be a matter. I believe Michael Barker is out. This is going to be a matter of who makes their putts and who doesn't.
These guys are literally one shot away from going to the state championships.
Absolutely. One putt will decide it all.
Michael Barker's a little right.
All right, so this is all the pressure here is on Swiss' shoulders. If he makes it, he will advance to the state bracket.
And it's in.
Oh, he makes it.
Swiss Affolter wins the match. 1 up. He is advancing to the state bracket.
You know,
Everyone
John,
stay tuned. We'll be right back with the trophy presentation.
What's going on, guys? I'm here with Swiss. He just took the win. I'm here at our Muletown bracket. How does it feel, man?
It feels fantastic to bring one home from Columbia. I know we had to get several people from other areas to come and play, but it was good to win it for home.
Absolutely, man. I know you had a rough day. A 10.5-hour drive from Emporia, coming off of a big tournament there in Kansas, the Glass Blown Open. You know, had a good success there and good success here. How was it? How does it feel?
Oh man, yesterday was, I mean, sublime. It was a dream. I came in yesterday at 16th place, tied with like 15 or 14 other people. Shot one of the hot rounds at Opie Lake. Ended up tying for 4th, cashing out. So I mean, I've been riding that high since about last night. I think that's what got me through that 10.5-hour drive here.
Absolutely, yeah, we can see it, and I think everyone at home could tell you were down by 3 at one point. What was going through your head, and what did you, what in your mind, what did you have to do to get back in it?
Well, I couldn't. Man, on hole 6, I got unlucky, threw out of bounds. Michael or Barker, he took advantage of me not getting me out off the tee 3 holes in a row and took 3 strokes pretty quick. I prayed to God to keep me sane, keep me in my own head, didn't let me get it out of it, and I took the strokes back when he made mistakes.
Absolutely, man. Good job. Well, congratulations, Swiss.
Thank you.
I think on behalf of all of us that played, all of us in Muletown, good luck at the state tournament. We're all rooting for you, man. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Oh, yeah.
Please tell me you got the camera off now.